What's going on, YouTubers? Garcia here, Legendary Lifestyles. Kind of on a time crunch today. Didn't bring my microphone, so enjoy the wind piercing through the speakers. And yeah. Okay, so today I kind of wanted to talk about timing. Of course, timing is very important in everybody's lives. Like I said in my previous video, it's an encouragement tool to get you to do what you gotta do. But a lot of us are worried about the perfect timing in our lives and when things are supposed to happen. And most of the times we get discouraged when those things don't happen and according to the way we want them to happen. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Okay, so just to give for an example, I would love to shoot on better equipment. I wish I had those, my DSLR camera is a T2i, and typically I would love to shoot on a 7D and on a 5D, and I would love better sound equipment, because I have so many ideas in my head, but the problem with me is that I believe that the equipment will make my short films better. Now, as you can see, in my latest short film for our channel DPG, which is where I funnel all my short films and my comedy skits like that, look up Drowsiness, and then on channel DPG, you'll see it. It's the latest short film that I've done. And as you watch it, yeah, the lighting's great. My boy Miguel De Leon killed it on the cinematography. Amazing lighting for one of the dialogue scenes. But as a director, I still have much to learn. So one of the golden rules in filmmaking is when you're shooting a dialogue scene, you do not break the 180 rule. I broke it. Okay, and the short film was poorly paced. There's a lot of things wrong with it. You could have used a lot more scenes. I deviated from the script a lot. Why did this happen? There's a lot of things why it turned out that way. One of those is it was a half-baked idea. Okay, it was an idea in my head. I thought I was going to shoot it a couple months down the road. I decided to shoot it now because I wanted to do something significantly different to what I normally do. And when I did it, I didn't have the shot, so I pulled the trigger. And lo and behold, you know, it was a missed opportunity for me to make something deep and profound. So, you know, that's what happens when you go through with a half-cooked idea. Now, why did this happen, and how does this pertain to timing? Well, maybe I don't deserve to shoot on a 7D. Maybe I don't deserve to shoot on a 5D. Maybe I don't deserve the awesome sound equipment. Why? Because it's not the right time. I still have much to learn. So, you know, I was talking to one of my friends about this, Josh, in my previous video when we were talking about lenses and stuff like that. And, you know, I was asking about color corrections and, you know, what's the price range for typically Adobe Photoshop, well, not Adobe Photoshop, but Adobe Premiere, which is the editing system used for PCs. So, you know, if you have a PC, I don't believe that you can edit on Final Cut. But yeah, so I was asking about all that stuff, and he was like, you know, learn to use what you have. You know, don't rely on the color corrections. That's just a popular myth that most cinematographers and filmmakers do. But most of the picture quality is heavily reliant on the type of lens that you're using. Now, I don't have the lens that I typically want to use, but he said, go ahead and use your own damn lens. You know, practice, get the feel of it. So, once again, it wasn't the right time. So a lot of you guys are wondering, you know, when is this going to happen? Oh, maybe if I had this, you know, it would be the right time. You know, maybe if the kids were, I don't know, if you're a grown man and you have your own family, maybe if the kids were off and in college, I would have the time to do the stuff that I want to do. Maybe if I didn't live under my parents' roof, maybe if I wasn't in college, maybe if I paid off my debt, yada, yada, yada. Well, maybe the things that you want are not coming to you because it's not the right time. Whether you believe in God or the universe, it's telling you that you have to experience something in order to move forward. So just like in game, I complain that my game is not that sick. When I go out to the bars and clubs, I get jealous of my wingmen because they're doing significantly better than me. Well, one of the things that I realize is that they do a hell of a lot more than the guys that are way better looking than us. No offense to my wingmen, they're good looking guys, but when I say this stuff, I speak for myself. You know, I know a ton of guys that are way better looking than me, but when I go out there, I wish that I had what they had. I wish that I had their looks. Well, particularly the reason why I'm feeling this way is because I need to learn to be comfortable in my own skin. You know, I need to learn to accept myself first before I can move forward. So I don't know if my looks are gonna change. Atopic dermatitis and eczema is long term. There's no cure for that. But I am supposed to experience getting shut down. I am supposed to experience, you know, approaching anxiety. I'm supposed to experience all this self-consciousness in order to be comfortable in myself, in order for myself to look in the mirror and be like, hey, that guy's fucking awesome. Whatever those pretty boys can do, I can do it too. I am supposed to suffer before I can transcend and move forward, just like Eckhart Tolle says. Okay, so just to wrap things up, the reason why certain things don't happen as quickly as you want them to is because you are supposed to experience suffering first. You're supposed to learn, you know, like I said in my previous video, I complain about, you know, not being where I want to be. But then again, if you look at my earlier Legendary Lifestyles videos, I talk a big game about getting your elbows in the mud, getting down and dirty, getting your hands dirty before you can, you know, progress in life. Well, I'm being called out. The universe saying, okay, you want to be Mr. Self-Development, you want to be Mr. PUA, you want to be Mr. Digital Filmmaker, well, put your money where your mouth is, get your elbows in the mud, and earn it. Okay? So with Patch Garcia, Legendary Lifestyles, went on a little bit of a rant there. I apologize, but like I said, I'm on a time crunch today, and I just want to knock this thing out. I'm actually headed out to Vegas. So look forward to the next episode of Legendary Lifestyles. It will be in Vegas, and as always, become legendary. Peace!